and misses the creature out on the other side. And we're just going to do group initiative for ease of things. Someone roll for it.
I'll do it. 6.
You guys go first, including Ron. Ron swings again. Hits the motherfucker.
You're doing the magic, right?
Yeah, I'm doing the magic.
Just making
Good
sure. I told you I was
job,
going
Ron. Ron saving the party.
Hits the guy for 4 damage minimum. And you hear the guy out there going, "Ah, you bastard! You'll be paying for this shortly." And he lets out a low whistle.
Wait a second. Okay. Is that just a normal whistle, I guess?
I mean, he lets out he specifically whistles.
It's
okay.
a magical whistle.
I will try to open this insane door as well. For 22. Thank God. The door is
Victoria throws his weight against the door with his might, slams it off of it. The board just crack before him, and you see this fairly handsome younger man, not that young, like 26, kind of younger but not young, with black soft velvety robes that have like blood stains leaking out of them, hunched over holding his belly. He's got a hood that was probably once over his head, but it's now like draped, falling off the back somewhat. Yeah.
Can I charge at him with my axe?
You can't charge, but you can go. Charge is a very specific action, but yes, you can run up to him.
Can I do the critical strike? Blow, whatever it's called.
Yes.
Do it, Jan.
Huh?
Crushing blow?
Yes. The
she
one
throws
with
the axe, but attaches herself to it and just whirls forward, kind of like she's bowling her own body.
So -2 AC, lose dex and shield benefits to AC until attacks resolve. Provoke an attack of opportunity by all creatures that threaten you immediately before your attack. If your attack succeeds, it is a critical hit. Further crits at her as per usual. Or you could do disabling blow, which is called shot on desired part of the party. If the attack succeeds, inflict half damage, roll on the critical effects table. So one of them is the guy would get to attack you, and you get a bunch of penalties. But if you hit, it's a crit. Just like a flat-out crit. Other one is you just roll on the critical effects table for half damage, but you don't have to take any penalties to your armor class or get attacks.
Does the critical blow still do damage?
The crushing blow will still do damage, yes.
I'll do it.
Okay.
D20 plus 4.
Yeah, but you provoke an attack of opportunity from him as you do that.
Yep.
Yeah. But he's a mage.
You don't know that.
Well, whatever. He's a spellcaster. That seems to be... Anyway, whatever. It's what I'm doing.
He stabs you. Hold on. He makes his attack of opportunity.
Okay.
He stabs you... What would his bonus be? Yeah. No! You get a penalty of 2 to your armor class because of this.
Yeah, so I'm at 16.
No, you didn't. You didn't have time to put on your armor.
Yes.
No. No. One round per point of AC. You guys, what's your?
How much
you
AC
cannot
do I
spend 7 minutes having a conversation. You spend
You told us 9, and we came pretty close to that.
9 minutes to put the armor on. If you were to put the whole armor on.
Then you tell us how long it took for the conversation.
Yeah.
I was getting there, but you guys interrupted me.
Tell us in the future time.
2 minutes.
Past the interruption.
So that means you would have armor class 2 or a 12 -2 for the penalty. So your armor class is effectively 10 because you don't get any dex. Oh, you don't have any dex bonuses.
I have one dex bonus.
Oh well, you lose them for crushing blow anyway. So your armor class is actually 10. So he does critical you with his dagger.
Great.
Haha! You take 4 damage, and give me a saving throw versus death.
Right, I'm deducting the HP.
1. Give me 1.
12. I'm safe!
Ah,
yeah!
fine.
Take this, Neal!
Make your attack roll.
Critical.
I already attacked.
She did.
I got
19.
So it's a crit!
No, it's a one shy, regardless.
No.
it's
If it
crit.
hits with
I
this
took the
attack, it's a
oh,
crit.
oh, oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you hit with this attack, it's a crit. Roll critical damage.
Well, you got to tell her what it is against him. Is it D6?
Yeah,
Is
he's
it?
a man-sized, so
So D10 plus 2.
yeah, but 2d10 plus 2.
2d10 plus 2. 13, and then save versus death.
It doesn't matter. He crumbles to the ground in a non-moving lump of flesh.
Ha ha ha! Who's laughing now?
I
Then I slam him again.
I was about to put my hand on Spade's back, but she starts wildly swinging again. I hold back and I'm like, God, you're wretched. My God. Ron, are you okay?
Ron goes, yeah, I'm fine. I don't know what the hell this little guy is all about. Gives him a kick, and then he turns his head to the side as you guys see what looks to be dozens of those same creatures that you fought last night start coming out of the coming into view. Out of the
Quick!
fog of distance or
So
whatever.
when the guy that
Get back
controls them is
into the
killed, they don't
thing.
do anything?
They seem to still be approaching you guys.
Get back
What?
into the church! Quick, quick!
I yell, get on your horses. We got to get out of here.
How close are horses to this guy?
They're like
Your
in the
horses are
church.
tied up kind of like next to the church.
How fast do these guys move, by the way?
You're not sure. You haven't really seen them move. They're moving very slowly right now, but
I run in, grab Carla, grab my things, and I run to the horses and start mounting.
okay.
I sling
Alright,
the whatever this guy is over my shoulder and then run to the horse.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna
So
run to
you
the
were not
horse
grabbing
with
your
my thing.
gear then, Ryan.
Yeah.
Wait,
Same.
you're telling me all my gear's on the ground?
No, it's like you've got your backpack, right? Your backpack's on the ground. You wouldn't just put your backpack on to go into a fight, right? It's still on the ground. You've got your armor, which is next to the backpack, which is like in bits and pieces, because you wouldn't put your you can't put your armor in your backpack.
All right, I leave him. I take my normal shit.
Okay, so you grab your bag, your weapons, which are already on you, because that's what you grab like you put on your sword belt when you get on, and then you toss this guy over your shoulder and hop on the horse.
Right.
Okay, Victorian. Same thing with you. Your armor, except for your shield, which you can easily pick up, is like on the ground in pieces. You've got you've got bits of it on you, but not all of it on you.
As I said, I collect my things.
Okay. It will take you a little while to collect all of your pieces of armor and actually carry them. They're not like in a armor's like lots of little bits and pieces. It's like a big,
Okay.
weird, awkward
I'm
thing.
doing as fast as I can.
Okay. Spades.
I'm taking my armor.
Okay.
Go get the horses!
I go and, yeah, if I can, while they're all putting on their armor, I go and... Are the horses towards, like... We might need to draw this, but what I'm asking is, what type of danger am I putting myself in if I go and grab the horses myself? Are these guys going
Horses
to...
are 15 feet from the entranceway. These guys that you're seeing are at this point like 60 feet from the entranceway.
Okay, I go grab all the horses with my... What is it? Whatever my proficiency is, and bring them all back to the front door to the
I
rest
mean,
of
with
the party.
hands and reins?
Perhaps, yeah. But if I could do it faster with my
No,
horsemanship or
that's
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, and I bring it back to the front of the crew. And as I'm waiting for them, if I have a moment in time, I throw the body of the creature that was just slain over one of the back of the horses.
Shriek's got that over his shoulder right now.
Okay. Well,
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I have what over my shoulder?
You said you picked up the body of the guy.
No, you
Right?
said I had to choose that or the armor, and I said I wanted to pick up my usual shit, meaning my armor and whatever.
Oh, I completely misunderstood. Okay.
No, I did not pick up the guy. If that's my choice, the guy's on the
Okay.
ground.
So everyone goes back inside to grab their gear, starts picking up their armor. Zanzel runs over with Ron, grabs the horses. Carla's grabbing her shit. Ron and Zanzel get to the door, it's only 30 feet away. So you guys are back there within 45 seconds.
Okay.
And these creatures are running at you guys.
Neil, how close would you say these creatures are to us right now?
They kind of, as you grabbed your horses and started moving, they broke into a sprint. So I'm letting you guys act right as they start breaking into a sprint.
I need some specific questions. How spread out are they?
There are dozens and dozens. So there are some pockets where they're clumped pretty close together, and then there'll be like a building and there's nothing. But then between those two buildings, they'll be fairly closely packed.
And we're in front of the church is a wide open area in the town.
It's kind of like a little square.
How far away are they, Neil?
About 60 feet.
60
20
feet
yards.
now?
Yeah, well, 20 yards is that because they were kind of creeping at that range, and then when the horses were grabbed is when they start breaking into a sprint, which you guys can't see because you're inside, like grabbing your armor and gear and shit, and the horses are now in front of the doorway. So Zanzel and Ron can see that.
I turn to the group and let me look at something real quick. Where the fuck is this spell? I turn towards the group and say, "We are at the front door." Or I say, "We're at the front door with the horses. Get here now. You won't see us, but we're here, I promise." And I cast group invis on myself.
Fucker.
10-foot radius. Special duration.
I'm gonna lawyer the shit out of you here, Zanzel.
It's SMV to cast. Casting time is 3. It's 3 minutes. What's their movement speed?
Hold on.
I'm lawyering
You're gonna
myself
fucking hate me. You're gonna hate me so hard. It's gonna feel good.
They see through
Is
it.
that a second level spell?
Third.
Third? Fuck! Okay. It says all creatures. I thought it said. I was hoping it would say all people.
Yeah, they don't.
I was gonna hope it didn't make horses invisible.
No, it's everything.
Yeah. Like me. Okay. So, the creatures break into a dead sprint, and all of a sudden you guys go, and they can see through you guys now. The fuck do they do? What do these guys do?
It's also not 3 minutes. Sorry, it's 3. Not turns, but whatever. It's 3, so it's not a round, but it's 3. So in initiative terms, it would be D10 plus 3.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the creatures start to break into a sprint, and actually we should roll initiative for you to cast a spell against them to see if you can get it off before they get
They're
to you.
60 feet away. What's their movement speed?
Their movement speed is enough to close with you in a round.
60 feet in a minute?
Yeah, you can in open area, you can move your movement rate in terms of tens of yards in a round, because a round is a minute. So in an open area, in like an open forest or open plain, you can move 120 yards in a round. Right? Is that right?
That seems. I mean, I guess these
it's
people are
ridiculous.
supposed to be Olympians, but
Yeah, but their movement rate is not 12.
60
movement
feet in a
rate-
minute is actually like very slow.
yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
A character can normally walk his movement rate in tens of yards in a
You
single
also
round.
said we get an action before they get there. You specifically, legitimately said that no longer than 5 minutes ago. We get an action before they get there.
Yeah, I wanted to say they start sprinting. You guys declare your actions, not necessarily you get a free action and they're frozen in
Okay,
time.
so you're retconning that. I'm going to roll my
No, I'm
initiative.
not retconning this. I'm letting you know that
Neil, we have it on video. We have it on video, Neil. But you're retconning that. I'll roll my initiative, okay?
yeah. Roll your initiative.
9.
Okay.
What does that mean, retconning?
He's
It
going
means-
back in time and changing something that wasn't actually the way he said it in the first place.
Totally was the way I said it. You misinterpreted that.
I mean, when
Okay.
I say you get an action, I understand it as I can cast a spell as an action.
Yeah, I understood that too.
You get an action, but that doesn't mean you get a free
I rolled,
action.
Neil. What is it?
You roll a 9, they roll higher than a 9. You get your spell off.
Okay.
They start sprinting towards you guys, and you notice then they kind of slow for a pause, and kind of look around, confused. Everyone inside, you're gathering up your gear, and let me try something real quick. Let me see how long it takes to gather up a bunch of gear.
What?
He's going to go test it. He's delirious, guys. Just deal with it.
Yeah, he's collecting his armor. He actually has a real life
He's like,
armor
collecting
scattered.
armor is roughly the same as 3 faps, so I'm gonna rub
it's in
out
the book
3.
how much it says to collect armor. I thought
He's like, I'm not a warrior, so I'm going to see how long it will take me to.
I
Collect
am
my
an
gear.
Olympian though, 'cause
And
I've
then
been
that
up for
will be applied to these warriors.
only Olympians. Anyways,
All right, you guys can gather up all of your unwieldy, clunky armor in a round and make it back to the horses.
Okay, as I set it down inside the invisible field, do I see everyone now, or are we all just invisible?
No,
to
you're
us?
all invisible.
Okay.
Does the invisible field apply to things that then move into it?
yes, because people can move out of it. I would assume. Let's look.
I think it probably specifies.
Center of the effect is mobile with the recipient. Those affected by the spell cannot see each other. Any affected creatures moving out of the area become visible, but the creatures moving into the area after the spell is cast do not become invisible. Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
Affected
Then,
creatures. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
But Victorian would not know that.
I wouldn't know that, so I just continue to put on my gear, I guess, as I collect it.
Okay,
but
so
if
you're
he can
putting
see his
on your gear
hands,
while
he
you
knows
collect-
he's not invisible.
Right. Well, yeah.
Oh, I know I'm
You would.
invisible.
Yeah. So hold on. My question is: you guys are gathering your gear. Are you gathering your gear and putting it on, or are you gathering your gear and moving and trying to get on the horses with
How long is the time differential?
your? You can gather your gear, hop on a horse in one round, or you can spend 5 minutes, five rounds
Horses are
putting on your
invisible,
armor.
too. We don't see him.
Yeah, you
Zanzel pointed and said, I'm going to turn, like he said something along the lines of, I'm going to turn
Yeah.
invisible.
Mhm.
So I would assume, because we've done this before, have we done group invis before?
No.
I've only said that I can do it, not
Yes.
that.
Didn't you guys walk through town like that once?
Yeah, we did group invis before.
Yeah.
That's how we got through town one time. So I would, Neil, I'll turn it over to you, and I won't argue it. Would we, in that course of that trip, have learned, or would Zanzel have explained to us, because he knows the spell and isn't just now reading it? Would we know that we can't come into the field to be invisible, and only if we exit the field to become uninvisible? Or visible?
Or would we have any knowledge of it being a way or another? Like, would we think that we get invis, or would we
He
not
would have
know?
said to you for sure, if you move more than 10 feet away from me, you will become uninvisible. Would he have said you can't then revis? I don't know. Zanzel, would you have explained that to them? Would you have explained the spell's workings to them?
19 intelligence.
I mean, I would have said that if they step outside of it, they will become uninvisible, but unless the situation arose where they did fall outside of it and they came back in, I think it still stands.
Here's
that
my
they're-
lawyering. Here's my lawyering, but it's one shot, and I'll say it as nice. And if you disagree, Neil, it's okay. I would argue that Zanzel is smarter than all of us here. So if we wouldn't have thought of it, he would have.
But I'm thinking it's maybe not a thinking of thing. It might be just a personality thing. Like, I don't want to tell you how
regardless
magic
of
works. I want
my-
to keep it mysterious. So that's why I'm asking JP. Like, you know,
My thoughts on it are, as Zanzel, I would think that regardless of how stupid you are, these people are not of stupid intelligence. They would enter into what they think is the invisible field where they saw us go invisible, realize that they are not invisible, and then realize that the spell is not working on them right away. So regardless of if I told them or not, they would be
Sure.
like, I'm not invisible. It's not working, Zanzel. What did you
But
do?
it may change their decision whether to even try
Yeah.
into the invisibility field or to take a different action.
Yeah, that's a problem right now.
Neil, maybe make a roll or something.
Yeah,
to-
let's call it 50-50.
Yeah.
Evens, you know how it works. Odds, he didn't bother explaining that aspect to you.
Am I doing
Okay.
this
Let's
roll?
make the roll.
I'm doing a D100.
Okay, evens, they know. Odds, they do not know.
32.
Evens, they understand how the spell works. Okay, so you guys are back there. Zanzel and the horses disappear. What do you do?
We have all our stuff, correct?
So we do know that we
Are
don't
we
turn
putting
invisible?
on armor,
You
or
know that
are
if you
we
get
collecting
into
armor?
the field, you are not invisible. That is the question, Jen. What are you doing? Someone,
I would-
what are you doing?
I
I
would
just
have-
put on my armor then. I hide around a corner assuming that they've gone invisible.
Okay.
And if he turns to us and says, I'm turning invisible, that doesn't sound like we're no longer trying to run out the door. So
All right, cool.
I'm getting
So
ready
you-
for battle.
Okay,
You
same.
grab your
I'm
stuff,
think-
hop around a corner, start putting on your armor.
I mimic.
Yeah, I'll
Spades
do
does.
that too.
Tariq does. All right. The creatures outside. Well, let's go next round. Initiative group.
I'm invisible. Someone else roll it.
I'll do
Jen.
it.
We're all invisible.
We choose you,
Two.
Jen. Nice job.
Good. Party goes first.
More armor.
Okay, so you guys are just putting on your armor. Zanzel, what are you doing?
What are the creatures doing?
You go before them, but they're kind of looking around, confused, like
Are they
Again, I
drawn
asked,
in a certain direction, Neal? Are they?
they were walking towards you before. Not that you could have seen this because you were inside gathering your gear.
Yeah, but I'm cheating, so I want to just know. You know what I mean?
Neil, here's what I do. I'm
At least
invisible.
you're blunt about it.
Yeah.
I'm invisible. I would assume that if I'm not on my horse, or if I am on my horse, I dismount my horse and I smack the horse on its ass, sitting at the complete opposite direction towards these creatures off in the distance, hoping that it is a distraction and they chase the horse.
Okay, you whap your horse, and it bolts.
A
That's
lot of
my
ass
action.
slapping this episode, by the way. A lot of
A lot
ass.
of ass slapping.
I mean, I could put my finger in its butt. It's gonna have the same fucking reaction anyways. I just assume that the ass slapping would be in an action movie, and the fingering of the asshole would be in a porno. Anyways, continue on.
So the horse bolts. The creatures see the horse like just appear out of nowhere at the horse and then leap at it, and the horse just fucking takes off. About a dozen of these creatures start running after the horse. The rest remain around looking just kind of confusedly.
Right, so
about-
there's only like 4 left, I think.
You can't see.
I know.
That's all I'm going to say about
It's
that.
also a joke. You said dozens and dozens.
I hate you sometimes, Jeff. You confuse me so much.
I know.
I don't know how I feel about you.
You could say you're bi-curious. Okay, yeah, we're just putting on armor, man. Over and over again.
Cool.
Putting on the armor.
Okay.
Can I ask
The,
a question for the guys that do see the monsters? How's that?
No, they can ask their own questions.
Damn it.
I mean, what do they do as their action? Because I made my action.
So yeah, your action is that. Hold on.
Oh, you're thinking. I thought you had frozen
Yeah.
or fallen asleep.
No,
and I was about to
thinking.
figure out which charity we were going to pay $1,000 to
Yeah,
today.
he's already gotten enough sleep. He slept all last night, I think.
Yeah.
Slapping the ass of the horse, in some circles, could be construed as an attack.
I didn't have to roll for it, thus it's not an attack.
Some attacks are guaranteed success.
Not in your world. I can attest to that.
Slapping a horse.
If a person is pinned to a wall and you have a knife,
Salt is real.
you cannot not stab them. Like, if you want to hit them, you don't have to roll. The horse that's just standing there,
I'm not looking to inflict damage, though.
I know. What is the definition of an attack? I think
An
we need to have a
attack is one that you're
philosophical
looking
discussion about
to
this.
inflict harm upon another creature.
Neil's got a good point, though. And earlier when
true.
Zanzel did that thing that made us all laugh and we slapped our knees, I did take 9 damage from that. So...
When you slap your knees?
yeah,
what?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
oh.
yeah.
Well, let me put it to you this way. It's clearly an attack if you throw an object, doesn't matter what it is, like a rock, at a person's head, right?
That's an
That's
action.
an attack. Right, that's a clear defined attack. All right, what if instead of throwing that at a person's head, I'm trying to knock something off of a shelf? That's still an attack, right? It's still the same
Neil-
principle. I'm hurling an object.
As
Like-
interested as I am at delving deeper into your
The
sleep-deprived
philosophy
psychosis,
of D&D, yeah.
you know that slapping a horse's ass is not an attack. You would never make it take temporary damage, even, which is
I
the
wouldn't think it'd take
loosest
that
term of an
but
attack.
I think it might break the spell.
We talk about precedences. You've never. We just slapped an ass earlier. You didn't make it take
yeah,
any
but he
damage. at
wasn't
all.
invisible. She
Yeah, I
did-
actually was. Oh, no,
No,
she did it. That's right.
but like-
yeah.
Okay, so for example, when we like spur our horse on, you don't make us roll to spur our horse on with our heels or, things like this. Like, I feel like that's not an attack. I'm a lawyer now.
Okay, here's my lawyer is that slapping the horse's ass would have been an attack, but I would lawyer that Zanzel would realize that would break the invisibility, so he would do something along the lines of,
Finger it.
give the horse finger it, give it a little shove.
We're back
Yank
to that.
Maybe
tail.
this is a porn. I don't know.
Anything
Grabs
else
its
that is
balls.
not attack, but I would say slapping the horse's ass would, in theory, be an attack. Would break the spell. But you, being a wizard with 19 intelligence, would be like, well, shit, that's gonna break the spell. I can get the horse to move by doing this other thing. Like you cup and squeeze its balls.
By that action, though, like, fucking kicking dust is an attack because I'm kicking something. Like,
Yeah, but roll for strength, and then they get a dexterity check, and if they fall backwards, they're fine. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not actually.
Right, so the point is to get the horse to take off, and it's not an attack.
Yeah.
sure.
But in theory, as like a set principle, slapping somebody's
agree
ass
with
as
Neal.
you're invisible will break the
Slapping in the
invisibility.
butt doesn't sit right. He fingers its butthole. It runs off. Okay. We're
Yeah,
good.
sure. It's fine.
Good. We're good. Okay, cool. I'm glad we set this precedent.
And I do want to remind everyone we've only made 3 dick jokes this episode. We have to hit our quota of 6. So
Yeah.
get to work.
Yeah, I'm gonna start picking up some slack. Don't worry.
Thank you. You're making
Great.
it hard on all of
As
us.
the horse takes off.
Picking up some slack was my first dick joke, by the way.
See. Well done.
Just like, ugh. Okay, good. I got it, guys. Let's go.
All right.
Okay.
A round later, what happens?
The creatures are stiffing around and then just kind of standing about, looking at each other, and then they just start kind of walking aimlessly, like without purpose.
Okay. I turn back to the party and... Oh, wait, that's going to be Scream. Never mind.
Is our stuff on yet, Neil? Can we interact with the group?
Yeah, I mean, so you're going to be taking a few minutes to put your shit on. Zanzel, what are you doing while they're putting their shit on? Because that takes like 4 or 5 minutes.
Watching the monsters to make sure none of them approach.
Okay. One of them starts walking towards the church, like all kind of curious and strange, like with its long tongue hanging out of its sharp pointed teeth, its broken bones and disfigured body, moving towards you.
Moving towards the Invis group.
I mean, moving towards the church's entrance, which happens to be where the invisible group is.
Is he walking at an angle? Is he walking straight at the door?
He's headed towards the door.
At an angle?
With intent of the door. I mean, everything's at an angle.
What I'm
is that?
asking is, the door is now open, thus he could see inside of it.
Correct.
So is he walking to where he can see directly inside of it when he's 10 foot outside? Or does
Yeah. He's walking like basically dead on 90-degree angle to the open door. However, the party has moved. The people on the inside have moved to either side of the door to prevent people from seeing them.
They can kill him when he gets inside.
Gotcha.
I don't say anything.
I gotcha.
Wait, are we there now, Neil? Is that
I
what
was
you're
going to tell you. I was like, sides.
Sides? I remember. Yeah, what? Yes.
Job,
saying?
Neil.
We're fully equipped and we're now at the door?
No, this is happening while you guys are still putting your armor on. It's not quite on all the way.
Okay.
Because it takes like 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
So JP, you see this one.
How far away is he?
It's like 15 feet. He's slowly walking.
But remember, he's
Very
moving
personal.
faster than time itself, so he's...
I just
What do you do?
calm the horse to the best of my ability, and I don't say a single thing. I just let him walk in.
Okay, so you're not standing in the doorway.
I mean, I would... You tell me.
Well, okay, what I'm trying to figure out is if he walks into the doorway, is he going to run into you guys while you're invisible?
I would move out of the way to the best of my ability.
There's the
The
match.
horses.
Okay, so you like scoot the horses forwards a little bit, and you guys like kind of walk past the doorway. Okay, the creature like walks in. You guys are putting on your armor for 5 rounds now, so you have 8 armor class 5 from their armor. When you see this creature,
No, wait. But we had some earlier before. We put on like 4 minutes worth
Yeah,
earlier.
that's
Minutes.
true.
yeah,
minutes?
so it's like 2 minutes, and this is 3
So
minutes.
we're at
after
7.
that. No,
Oh, 3
the
minutes.
5
Okay,
total.
I
5
got it.
total. Yeah.
I see.
Why don't we
what-
take a break, because we're right in an hour, and we
Okay,
can deal with
cool.
this when we come back.
Perfect.
Because Neil needs to sit there and philosophize in his brain what's actually happening, and if smelling the air is an action, and if I become uninvisible, or if I pass
The
gas.
salt is
and
real!
JP, there are bacteria in the air, and by
Neil, you're now muted. We'll be right back after this quick break. We'll see you guys in 3 minutes.